For most of your life, you were given very simple advice about staying active. Walk more. Count your steps. Try to reach that famous daily number everyone talks about. I was told the same thing for decades, and walking truly has its place. I still recommend it for fresh air, circulation, and clearing the mind. But here is something important I want you to understand today. Walking alone is not enough to preserve strength after 60. And this is not an opinion. This is something many people are only now beginning to notice through careful observation and long-term follow-ups. In recent years, researchers observed older adults who focused on gentle, seated movements instead of only walking. What they noticed surprised a lot of people. Those who practiced specific chair-based exercises showed much greater improvement in daily strength and stability than those who relied on walking alone. The difference was not small. It was the kind of difference you feel when standing up from a chair feels easy again instead of demanding effort and concentration. Here is why this matters. As we age, the body gradually loses muscle if it is not challenged. This process begins quietly and progresses slowly. You may not notice it at first. One day you simply realize that lifting a grocery bag feels heavier than it used to, or that getting up from a low seat takes more effort. Walking keeps the heart active, but it does very little to signal your muscles to stay strong. I want to be very clear. I am not telling you to stop walking. I am recommending that you add something more important to your routine. Gentle resistance movements done while seated can help your body stay capable and confident. Today I will share 5 chair exercises that focus on exactly that. They are simple, controlled, and designed to support daily independence. You do not need a gym. You do not need special athletic ability. You only need a sturdy chair and a few minutes of focused movement. Let us begin with number 5. Exercise number 5, seated calf raises. This is one of the most overlooked movements, and yet it plays a powerful role in how your legs feel every day. When you sit and slowly lift your heels off the floor, you are activating muscles in the lower legs that help move blood back upward through the body. These muscles assist circulation and help prevent that heavy, swollen feeling many people notice in their ankles and calves. When these muscles are weak, fluid tends to linger in the lower legs. With regular, gentle activation, many people report lighter legs and better comfort throughout the day. To perform this movement, sit in a solid chair with your feet flat on the floor. Your knees should be comfortably bent. Press through the front of your feet and lift your heels as high as you comfortably can. Hold this lifted position for 2 seconds and focus on the gentle squeeze in the back of your lower legs. Then lower your heels slowly back to the floor. That slow lowering is important. It helps your muscles respond more effectively to the movement. If you're new, start with 15 repetitions. Over time, work towards 3 sets of 25. When this feels manageable, you can place a book or light object across your thighs to add mild resistance. This exercise places very little stress on the knees and hips, which makes it suitable for many people who prefer seated options. I recommend doing it daily for perhaps once in the morning and once in the evening, and paying attention to how your legs feel over the next couple of weeks. Now let us move to number 4. Exercise number 4. Seated knee extensions. This movement focuses on the muscles on the front of your thighs. These muscles play a major role in standing up, climbing steps, and getting in and out of a car. With age, they often weaken faster than we realize, especially if they are not asked to work against resistance. Walking uses these muscles only lightly. Sitting and lifting your lower leg against gravity challenges them in a more direct way. To do this exercise, sit upright with your back supported. Hold the sides of the chair for stability. Slowly straighten one leg in front of you until your knee is extended and your toes point upward. Hold this position for 3 seconds while gently tightening the muscles in your thigh. Then lower your foot back to the floor over 4 seconds. Switch legs and repeat. Aim for 12 repetitions on each side. Rest briefly, then repeat for a total of 3 sets. The key is intention. Do not rush the movement. Focus on the muscle working rather than simply moving the leg. As this becomes easier, you may add light ankle weights or a resistance band to increase the challenge gradually. Many people notice that regular practice of this movement makes everyday actions like standing up and climbing stairs feel smoother and more controlled. In the next part, I will continue with exercise number 3 and number 2, where we address balance, posture, and upper body strength. Let us continue with number 3. Exercise number 3. Seated hip marches. This exercise focuses on a group of muscles that quietly control how you move through the world. These muscles lift your thigh each time you take a step. When they weaken, people often notice that their steps become shorter, slower, and less confident. The feet may barely clear the floor, and balance can feel less reliable. Many people think walking automatically keeps these muscles strong. In reality, walking often does not challenge them enough, especially on flat surfaces. Seated hip marches ask these muscles to work in a more focused and controlled way. To perform this movement, sit toward the front of your chair. Keep your back tall and your core gently engaged. Without leaning backward, lift one knee toward your chest as high as feels comfortable. Your foot will leave the floor. Hold for 2 seconds, noticing the effort in the front of your hip. Then lower your foot slowly and repeat on the other side. That is 1 repetition. Move slowly and avoid swinging your leg. The slower and more controlled the movement, the more benefit you receive. Aim for 20 repetitions total, alternating legs. Complete 3 sets, resting about 1 minute between sets. As your strength improves, you can hold the lifted position for 5 seconds instead of 2, or add light ankle weights for additional challenge. Many people find that this exercise improves not only leg strength, but also balance, because your body must stay stable while one leg is lifted. This kind of control supports more confident walking in daily life. Now let us move to number 2. Exercise number 2. Seated rows with a resistance band. This exercise targets the muscles of your upper back and shoulders. These muscles help you maintain upright posture, open your chest, and support comfortable breathing. When they weaken, the shoulders tend to round forward and the upper back gradually curves. This posture shift can make everyday tasks feel harder and less comfortable. Walking does not meaningfully activate these muscles. That is why even very active walkers sometimes develop a forward-rounded posture. For this movement, you will need a resistance band. Sit in your chair with your feet flat on the floor. Loop the band around the soles of your feet and hold one end in each hand. Sit tall with your arms extended forward, keeping gentle tension on the band. Now pull your elbows back and squeeze your shoulder blades together, as if you were gently pinching something between them. Your hands should move toward your sides. Hold this position for 2 seconds, focusing on the muscles between your shoulder blades. Then slowly extend your arms forward again, keeping control of the band. Do not let it snap back. Perform 15 repetitions per set and complete 3 sets. The final few repetitions should feel challenging but manageable. If it feels too easy, use a band with more resistance or shorten the band slightly to increase tension. This exercise helps support upright posture and reduces strain on the neck and shoulders by allowing your back muscles to share the workload of holding your body upright. Now we arrive at the most important movement of all. Exercise number 1. Sit to stand squats. If there is one movement I recommend above all others, this is it. The sit to stand movement reflects how well your body works as a whole. You use it every single day when you rise from a chair, get out of bed, stand up from the toilet, or exit a car. This movement engages nearly every major muscle in the lower body. Your thighs, hips, calves, core, and back all work together. No seated exercise alone matches this level of coordination and real-world usefulness. To perform it correctly, start seated in a sturdy chair. Place your feet flat on the floor, slightly wider than hip width. Cross your arms over your chest so your hands do not assist. Lean forward slightly so your weight shifts over your feet. Now press through your heels and stand up until your hips and knees are fully extended. Pause briefly at the top, then lower yourself back down slowly over 4 seconds. Lightly touch the chair and immediately begin the next repetition without fully relaxing. The slow descent is where much of the benefit occurs. It helps your muscles stay engaged and responsive. Begin with 10 repetitions if you are new. Gradually work toward 3 sets of 15. As this becomes easier, you can hold a light object close to your chest or slow the lowering phase even more to increase the challenge without adding strain. Many people notice that after a few weeks, everyday activities feel noticeably easier. Standing up feels smoother, low chairs feel less intimidating. Movements that once required planning feel more automatic again. At the end of the day, these 5 exercises offer something walking alone cannot. They send a clear message to your muscles and bones that they are still needed. Walking supports circulation and mental clarity. These movements support strength, stability, and independence. You do not need to do everything at once. I suggest starting with exercise number 5 today. Practice it for a week, then add number 4. Progress at your own pace. Consistency matters far more than intensity. All you need is a chair, perhaps a resistance band, and about 15 minutes a few times per week. That small investment can help you move through your days with greater ease and confidence. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which of these 5 chair exercises are you most interested in trying first? And have you ever been told that walking was all you needed after 60? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read them carefully. Thank you for spending this time with me.